everyone. I am Lucy Samuels of Coaching by Lucy, and you can find my website, lucythelanguagecoach.com. So good morning to everyone. Good afternoon. I'm in New York City. So for those of you who are on the East Coast, good afternoon to you. I'm so happy to be here today to talk to you a little bit about what I do at Coaching by Lucy. I'm a career branding specialist and business language coach, and I help my clients develop the communication skills that they need to articulate their unique value in the career search process. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of background. I do that by combining my own background in education, a bachelor's degree in communication, and I've also studied resume writing, multisensory language education, and neuro-language coaching. And I've also had a really, really long stint in corporate America. So I'm kind of taking all of those different things and offering unique services to clients who are looking to advance professionally. And that's the shorter version of my story. So maybe some of you are probably wondering, well, you know, how do you mix all of those different things together? And I just wanted to share just a little bit of my inspiration over the years. So I draw inspiration from all over, from coworkers, from different people, family and friends, from places, but mostly from the people in my life that I've worked with, that I have known in different capacities. So all it started in the 1980s. My earliest business inspiration, I'd have to say, would be accompanying my dad to speech therapy after he had suffered a stroke. And I was so fascinated by the idea of a career where you could help people rebuild their language skills. So I was actually completely obsessed with it. By the 90s, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. And so I kind of just ended up in a different place. But in the 90s, I was inspired by coworkers. So I had been a phenomenal Spanish language student in high school, but I went to work in a place where most of my coworkers were from Latin America. They were just learning just learning English, and I could not talk to them. I had been this great Spanish language student, but I couldn't talk to them. They couldn't talk to me. I ended up teaching them some English. They ended up teaching me some Spanish, but it was a real eye-opener in the idea of learning language outside of a classroom or a textbook. So I kept that always in the back of my mind. Just a different experience of learning languages. And by the early 2000s, I was working as a corporate executive assistant in an investment banking firm. And I worked for an executive who shared with me her story of her struggles with dyslexia, which is a language-based learning disability. And that experience just really, really opened my eyes a whole lot more and made me think about my earlier intentions of having a career in helping people with their language skills. So fast forward a little bit to 2010, and I started my language and literacy tutoring practice. Ironically, because of my schedule, I was still working full-time. I ended up working with a lot of adults, not with children. And I found that working with adults just opened my eyes yet again to so many different things. For example, a lot of the adults I worked with would come and say, I really want to work on my verbs. I want to work on my English. I want to work on my grammar. But what I found that they really wanted was a better job, a better career. So I ended up doing a lot of resume reviews and tweaking and editing. And I decided to become a professional resume writer, a certified professional resume writer, to better serve my clients. Now, today, I offer 3 different ways to help my clients. The first is through coaching. I do a language coaching program. The second is through content. I actually write for clients. And the third is through classes, which is something brand new that I'm just starting and I'm really, really excited about. So to tell you about Articulate You, that is a brain-friendly English language coaching program. It's a 4-week program to help clients get out of their communication rut and into a better career or position. I designed it for mostly non-native speakers who have at least an intermediate level command of English, but also for native speakers. I had a lot of native speakers who came to me and said, English is my first language, but either I come from a different place, I'm not familiar with this environment, I'm not comfortable, I'm not good with my interview skills, I want to practice my elevator pitch. So I also work with native speakers who want to improve their professional communication skills. What's different about this language coaching program is that we're brain friendly. I first work with clients to explore how their brain learns best. Everybody has different experiences. Everybody learns differently. And so just first figuring that out helps people to retain and to learn better. And we focus on setting and attaining realistic communication goals that matter to you, not what your boss says you need to work on, not what you think you should be working on, because that's what society wants you to work on, but what you actually really care about. And it's a web-based platform. We actually use Zoom just like this, so you can attend your coaching sessions from almost anywhere. The second offering that I have is a program called Brand You. Now this is, I named it so because I wanted people to start thinking about themselves as having a professional brand, not just for celebrities and superstars, but for those of us who are going out into the workplace to really think of yourself as having a brand that you need to cultivate. So I will write for clients, and it's a collaborative writing process that involves a lot of interaction with me. So I'll ask a lot of questions, I'll get to know you, we'll go back and forth, we'll talk, we'll share, and I'll have a better understanding of how to write for you. So at the end of the program, you'll get a professionally written, customizable resume, something that you can tweak yourself. You'll get a branded LinkedIn profile, and I help with graphics. So for those of you who've seen people who have a nice background on their LinkedIn profile, I can help you with that if you don't have one, and give you some tips for taking a headshot or even a selfie that you can use as a headshot. There are a lot of tips and tricks for that. And I'll write a cover letter or an e-note to accompany your resume, and I write templates to help you make connections. When you connect with people on LinkedIn, there is a generic connection request, and so we'll customize it for your language, the way that you speak to people. And that is all included in Brand You, and there are different prices based on your career level. So entry level, mid-career, and executive level. And now finally, September is International Update Your Resume Month. And so this month, I'm actually sharing tips on Instagram with the hashtag Look Good on Paper 2019. So every day on Instagram, you can follow me at Lucy the Language Coach. I'll be sharing a unique tip to help you develop your own resume. Now, what you can do, you can also go to the link in my bio or to my website, and I'm offering a free resume audit. So you can make an appointment, send me your resume, and we'll go over it. I'll give you 20 minutes and all my best ideas. You just bring your coffee and your resume. So in this program, you can also sign up on the website to get a 5-day email course to learn more about how a modern resume works, how to customize it, how to determine your USP or your unique selling points, how to write cover letters, how to select the best format for your resume and cover notes, how to navigate the applicant tracking systems, how to showcase your talents, your strengths, and your accomplishments, and avoid all of the different generic language like responsible for, dedicated, team worker, hardworking, that everyone else is using. How to use the correct verb tenses, grammar, and formatting, and also translate your ideas and experiences into words. So I'll share the contact information in the chat so that you can sign up if you're interested for the 5-day email course, and also to get to go to my website and sign up for a free resume audit. And I also just like to share the core values, my core values that guide my business. Brain friendly, because as I said, when we learn how we learn, then we can learn much better and be much more productive. Empowering, because I believe in helping people help themselves, building the confidence to empower their ideas and empower their careers. Language-based, because as you know, my roots are in how we use written and spoken language in different settings. So in this case, I chose to focus on the career search process. So language-based, non-judgmental, because we are way too hard on ourselves and hard on other people. And I have a coaching practice that doesn't allow us to beat each other up, and we're very open and understanding so that we can really learn and share. And last but not least, story-centered. As human beings, we love stories. We're telling stories in our resumes anyway. We're telling stories when we meet people. We're telling stories in our job interviews. We're telling stories even on LinkedIn. So just sharing stories as a way to communicate, to expand our skill set, and to let people know what we know how to do so that we can get hired and find ideal careers that work really well for us. So I'm just going to, I just wanted to reach out and let people know how to get in touch with me. My website is lucythelanguagecoach.com. I'm always up for coffee chat. You can bring your beverage of choice. There's a link here to set up a coffee chat. If you have any questions about any of the programs that I offer, or if you want me to take a look at your resume and give you some ideas. And again, you can follow me on Instagram at Lucy the Language Coach, with the hashtag also for Resume Writing Month is hashtag Look Good on Paper 2019.